Well, well, well. Hello. Uh, Happy New Year, everyone. I am going to be doing more Jade Room. Let me take that off. There we go. Surprising, probably no one more Jade Room. Um, I will say, haven't been doing great lately in Mahjong. Let's see, how has it been going here? Not a single first on the board. It's been rough, but we'll pull back. We got this. Not Yippee! You're so right, Oompy. But hey, it could be worse. The thing is like I know some of the things that I have trouble with. I have a lot of trouble when like I fall behind, like at all. Because like once I fall behind, I start having a tough time trying to find that balance of like, okay, well, how can I win hands while also getting the value that I actually need? If I just need to get any value, that's fine. If I get an early lead, I'm good. Also, hi Do. I was like, that name sounds really familiar. So, and thank you for saying something because I thought you were something else. Yeah, I'll drop one of these still. Too many edge groups. Don't like them. Honestly, maybe I should have just dropped the 7 because, like, it's going with this 8. I'm keeping the Dora. I'm not going to be dropping that. Not punished, though. Seems like. I'm going to be wanting a pair anyway. Probably wanting it in here. Unless I pick up an 8, so in which case I might just go for the double pair weight on those. Oh! Hate to see it. Okay, I lied about not being punished. So it goes. That is, in fact, Mahjong Baby. Okay. See, here's the thing, though. I don't respect it. I don't respect it. The Dora is too valuable to me. Yeah, I respect that a little bit more. Now it could be Pinfu. It could have been Pinfu anyway if I just happen to pick up a 7, but now it's a little bit easier. Waiting on a 3 or a 6 for that, or a 9. And a 1 or a 4 works nicely as well. 1, 3 out here, that means that it's going to be a lot less likely for this to be helpful for me. How do I feel about the 4? Do I feel like it might be safer to hold on to or easier to build off of? Not necessarily. And unfortunately, them dropping that 7 just after I started discarding. Or maybe that was before. I don't remember exactly when they called. I just saw that in the discards around the time that I discarded mine 8 and 9. It may have worked out for me had I actually just decided to discard the Dora, but I don't feel bad about that. Get rid of the dragons. We don't need them. Who uses dragons anymore? In 2025? No one uses dragons in 2025. I don't like all these edge groups. The 1 and 2, the 8, 9, this 1 and 2, these 8, 9s. Respect that a little bit more. How have you been, Doe? I hope you're doing well and that the new year is treating you kindly. EP? Damn, fucked up. Could be a lot worse than EP. I don't like this obvious half flush over here. And I don't like that Ricci. I mean, I just play it safe here for sure. I'm just trying to think, how is this hand actually gonna, like, progress at all? Because I want to be able to keep dealer, obviously. 5. This could just be a cheat toy. Is this a cheat toy? I think this has got to be a cheat toy at this point if I want to push. Yeah, that's weird. So, did you end up getting the A or the B? Just drop the 2. Let's go! Huge. Hell yeah. Love to hear it. Is this cheat toy? I don't know that this is cheat toy. At this point. Oh. Could have been had I kept that 6. I mean, because it might be Beanfu. If it goes real well. Like, if I pick up the 7 here, that's like the big thing keeping me from Beanfu. Hate that 8. I don't trust that in the slightest. Get rid of that shit. Get rid of this 3, I mean. Keep this 8. I'm definitely not getting rid of that shit right now. Drop this. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna have to drop either this 2 or this 8. And they're both miserable. Is it worth... If I end up being able to be in Tenpai at the end of this, but having to drop one of these... As dealer... I'm doing it. Oh, let's go! Okay. Let's fucking go. That's massive. Okay. Well, it's massive as long as the next hand is actually any good. And you know what? It's certainly not bad. Dora, Dragon, I take back what I said about dragons. I love you guys. You guys can stay, actually. Forget my previous slander. It was a mistake. I was ill-informed at the time. That's fantastic. Okay. Drop. Actually, maybe... I'm trying to think of that. It doesn't really much matter because that 3, this 4, and this 7 are all just kind of extra tiles. But I was thinking maybe I could have dropped this 4 earlier. That way I could have maybe set up a Suji trap in case I ended up on a Tonki wait. But also, I wouldn't really want a Tonki wait on the 7 anyway, so... That can go. All right. Isha, actually, no, that's just Tenpai waiting on the 6mon. I was using the 2, 3, 4, 5 as a group disconnected from the 7. I was thinking the 7 was just connected to the 8s and nothing else. But I'm perfectly fine with the 6mon wait for right this second. Honestly, I should have taken that. I always press cancel too quickly. I should have taken that, dropped this 8, had this nice 2-5 weight. Could have gotten an extra door out of it. Or a red 5, which is just as good, obviously. Like, even if the opponents would have a harder time drawing it. Oh, and I could have won there had I done that. I'm doing it. If I weren't dealer, I probably wouldn't have dropped that. But as the dealer, it's gotta be passed. I gotta try. So, I'm worried about Mon tiles and I'm worried about Stow tiles from them. They've dropped a lot of pin. I'm not so worried about those. They could easily be waiting. Hang on, I gotta think on this one. I mean, Suji to the door, though. I could be doing that as a trap. I'm still doing it. Okay, it passed. Unfortunately, though, I don't know. I trusted the 6 to drop a little bit more than the 7 or 8. So that was more of a safety discard. That's why. Ah. And they got the Sanshoku. Dang, good for them, good for them. I'm gonna murder them, but good for them for now. Okay. This hand's got some shapes. It's got lots of different shapes. I'd like some of these shapes to be a little bit more, well, it's mostly this 7-9, this 7-9, this 6-8, but this 2-3, you know, this whole group here, that's fantastic. That's fantastic as well. I'll drop this for now. Because I'm still not sure whether I'm going to be using these 3s as a pair, or whether this might be like a 3-4-5 and a 6-7 setup. This could also just be Tanyao. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possible 7, 8, 9. That's not bad. Question is, now that I have that, if I pick up, well, I can't call that now. If I get the chance to call for a 4-pin, I think I probably don't take it, but I could possibly take it and go for Tanyao. That's unfortunate to draw right now after discarding that 6, but I just don't see me being able to easily keep it. I mean, the pure straight could happen for sure. I just don't really... I don't know. It just doesn't feel right, you know? Five, 6, 7, 9. Now this can go. It also means that now I can be able to try to keep a closed hand, especially if I could draw a 6-pin, make this Pinfu. Yeah, I should just discard this. I was thinking about keeping it for like slight safety since it passed over here and it's Tsuji across for me. And instead maybe look at dropping this 6. But like if I pick up a pair in this 5 or 7, then it could be worth switching this from a pair of 7s into a 6, 7, 8. Or 5, 6, 7. Alright, so they are in Tenpai, almost certainly. Discarding the door like that after calling for a Yakuhai? This late? They gotta be in Tenpai. I don't trust So with them. 14 tiles left. I'm taking it. Even if I end up getting the misfortunate one pan draw, and end up in Furry 10, I'd be fine with that. 10 tiles left. I just want to be in Tenpai. Don't like that, but I'm doing it. How big were they? 1,000? That one's fine. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Slightly more than a Mongon, that's fine. Now I'm behind a lot. This is where I have a lot of trouble. Door is gonna help. Again, this 8, 9, this 1 and 2 are not so easy to work with. I would love to get a pair in here. Trying to think. I don't know. Okay, well that helps. That's nice. I was trying to think if like maybe I should have called on this 3, expecting to call on these. I just don't think that that would have been the right play, especially since I'm able to call Ricci. Do I just take Ricci Dora? I think I just take Ricci Dora. Let's hope for some Ura here. Emotes does this character even have? I don't think I've ever actually looked at this character's emotes. Come on. Alright, you're pushing, you're pushing. That means you're likely to drop a 3, maybe. Unfortunately, that's 2 3s. Well, never mind, doesn't matter. I could just draw it myself. Let's go. Hell yeah. So 3 Hon at least. Urdora, let's go! Okay. I made back most of what I lost last round. Starting with a triplet of reds? Man, I really shouldn't have slandered those dragons earlier. I regret that, you know? These dragons are coming in clutch for me today. Alright. This 1 pin can go. 9 pins almost sure to follow. Unfortunately, I don't know that this hand is going to be very big. I think I'm going to have to call. I'm going to be calling tiles anyway. I want to try to get some value here. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out. That said, that does alert them that I obviously have Yaku here. Let's drop this. This could be a 4, 5, 6 triplet of 4s. I don't really need the extra efficiency that the 8 gives so much. With my discards, they probably think I'm going for a half flush of the So tiles. It means that as soon as I call one of these, I'll probably just be discarding this 4 if I get to call like Pawn. If I get to call in here, I will be dropping a So tile, and when I do, they'll probably think that I'm in Tenpai. Or that just won't matter. My con didn't help them though, so that's the big thing to me. Yeah, I was unfamiliar with the Dragons game today. They have been so helpful, so far anyway. Let's see if this green one can manage to do some work for me. gonna tell you right now, it won't. This is a very easy, all simples hand. I don't need that dragon for this hand. I'm sorry, dragon. Maybe later. This is also Ishanten. If I pick up a 7-so, I'll be waiting on a 1 or 4-so with Painfu. Of course, that requires me to pick up the 7, or hear me out, I swap. And now I have Painfu set up anyway. I like taking that, because now this could be, if I pick up a 2-so or a 5-so, then I could drop this and possibly have a 3-sided weight at the end. I'm not going to need that. And also getting that 2-so or 5-so would then guarantee Tanyo. Because right now that's not guaranteed. I could just pick up a 1-so. Alright. I'll reach that. Reach Painfu, Tanyo, Tudora, Ipeko. And I dropped that 2 earlier on, so they could think that tiles right next to it, like the 3, could be safe. Maybe. Hopefully. I can pray. Now what would be real huge is if I can win off the Kamichai here. Because that would even things out a lot more, take me from 3rd up to almost 1st, be able to actually, you know, fight them on pretty even footing for the South rounds. But whoever I can take it off of, I'd be happy to. Ten tiles left, though. Are they gonna drop it? Are they gonna drop my 3-mon? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know you want to do it. You want to drop my 3 so badly it makes you look stupid. Come on. No. Okay. This player though? No. This player still has another chance. Give me the Haite. I guess it would be Hote. Ah. Ah. So it goes. Alright, my turn as dealer now. Not quite sure how to feel about the hand. If I get a pair in here, I'd be very happy to take it. Just go for the small 1 or 2 Han hand. That is 4 groups. If I pick up a 7, though, I'd be happy. Yeah, just discard these at this point. The rest of my groups are all sequences, so it would be, it wouldn't be as valuable to keep a triplet of dragons, because then I'd have to look for a pair elsewhere. I don't know if what I just said makes verbal sense, but it makes sense in my head. I know what I mean. I don't know if you know what I mean, but let's see. I got a 3 there. That can work for this. But it's already caught up in some other stuff. It could be my pair, though, if I pick up like a 5 or 7 in here and then build off this 6, maybe? In that case, it could be Tanyao. If I get something around this 6, I'm going for Tanyao. If I get an 8-so or a 7-so, I could also go for Tanya. Dropping the 8 for safety. I was going to drop the 1, but they hadn't dropped a single Mon tile. I don't really want to risk that with the possible Ibatsu chance. Let's see. Picking up a 5-pin would be fantastic for me. As long as I can get this 1 to pass. Okay, well. Or you can do that. Fair enough. I'm glad they didn't get the Uridor there. I liked that, I don't like being in third. But it would be much worse had I been in fourth and they moved the game forward. Being in third and then moving the game forward, making it less likely for them to actually take the game. Well, pass me, I mean, because I don't think they're taking the game, but making it less likely for them to pass me, I'm pretty okay with that. Now, if I could pick up a 4-mon here, I'd be thrilled. That's also not bad. This is definitely Tanyao and Dora, of course. The question is this Pinfu? Will I draw the 4-mon? This seems like it could easily be a flush. This is right next to the Dora, so I would generally like to keep it, but this hand's too far along, I can't really worry about that. I would love to draw the 4-mon. I'll call. Small 2 on hand, but that's okay. Right now, this is about last place avoidance, hoping I can get into second in the last hand. But the big thing is just not taking last here. And the Toyman could very easily drop a 4-7 for me if they're going for that flush like I think they are. I can really turn off calls. I don't need those on at this point. All right, thank you very much. Is that... I don't think that's enough to put me into second, but it brings me real close. Yeah, no. Not quite, just a couple 100 points off. But I can fight for second at least. Not a fan of the start of this game, or of the start of this hand, I mean. Could be Chitoy. Chitoy is on the table. I don't like Chitoy here. And I don't like discarding the Dora either. Okay, on Tuso, this is Pinfu. But even without Pinfu, I think it could be likely for everyone here to be able to drop a 2 for me. These 2 early ones don't mean a ton, because I could have swapped those out with a 4 or something. But they still mean something. This 3 tells me they probably aren't going to be going for a 2. 3 whites are also out now. So that means that I'm not going to get any use out of this as far as value or efficiency goes. But for defense? Well, for defense, that tile is huge to keep. And that too showed up. Let's fucking go. Okay, so now I have Pinfu set up. If I can just hit to Tenpai. 1 mon, 4 mon, 2 pin, 5 pin, any of those? Give me the red 5, please. Cutting that 4 again just for safety, because I would like to be able to keep the much safer tile for later. I think that's fine to drop. I had to take a second look just because none were, like, actually discarded. I just wanted to check and make sure that everything looked fine. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. 2 1s and a 5. Well, 2 1s and 2 5s now are out. Wait, why 5s? I need 4s. So 2 1s and 2 4s actually are out for that. 3 2s and a 5 are out for pin tiles. Oh, and that could have been Tempai had I waited for a pair, and I do like this a little bit more because it means I can just get any one of these tiles as well, or they can just call that. Okay. Well, you know what? Last place avoidance. I think that most of my play was pretty okay there. I'm pretty happy with it. Going that -8 is a huge, huge difference than going the -200 whatever that the player across from me just dealt with. Oh, they're not going to be having fun with that one. Okay. Big stretch after that. This one's going to go better. This one's going to be first place. Surely. Alright, alright. Pair of Dora, you love to see it. 2 other pairs, eh? Eh? I'd love an 8 so. That doesn't really help me too much. Like, I could have possibly looked at the Itsu, but yeah, it was just too many. I would have too many groups. The 7 is almost certainly going. Unless I pick up an 8 so, in which case I might... no, it would still just go. That is 4 pairs now. But I don't think I look at Chitoi here. I'm too close to Tempai otherwise. I don't need to worry about Chitoi. I'll keep that. I don't... well... hold on to it just for a second. I'm not actually planning on using it. I just don't want the 7 to deal in later. I feel like the green is going to be slightly safer than the 7 to hold on to. Yeah, now it's very, very safe. I mean, I definitely just dropped my safety here. This still can be painful if I end up picking up something around the 6, but I'm certainly not going to be willing to drop one of these 5s. So if I pick up like a 4 or 6 in here, I'm not going to worry about that. Especially a 6, obviously. 7's on my discards already. Alright. Let's do this. Give me the red 5. Surely it's not going to be dangerous. You'll look at it and you'll go, there's no way they're waiting on the red 5. As for the 6 pen, that's obviously going to be the one that's more likely to drop, because it's not Dora. It's half Suji from 3 of the tiles that this person has discarded. I think they're pretty likely to drop it if they pick it up. Because this reads like a flush to me. That also means they're probably holding on to 5 mon, so they're not going to drop it. But if they draw a 6-pin, I can definitely see them discarding that. Really, I think more than likely it's, if I win this hand, it's going to be from drawing it myself. You know you want to do it. Ah. You're lucky, buddy. You know you want to do it. Come on. It's the wrong 6, buddy. I can still get the Haite. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me drop myself right here. I don't care about this player. They're not going to drop it, and I didn't get it. Oh. Damn. Not a flush, though. Just no so tiles at all. That's not bad. It's not great. It's also not bad. If I end up picking up a 7-cell, if I end up picking up an 8-pin, if I end up picking up, like, if I end up completing any of these triplets, especially the 2 or the 9, though now the 2 is less, especially the 9 at this point. At this point, if I pick up the 9, I'm happy. This 2 can go, there is, I was gonna say that there is maybe a chance of Painfu or of Tanyao here, but I don't actually think that that's true anymore. I'll discard this. Keep the door for a sec. Because what I was thinking was the possibility of like a 5-6 and a 6-7-8 before, but now that this is just like probably a pair of 6s and then another group, I don't think I'd be able to make the Tanyao really work out unless I pick up something like that, maybe. I'm gonna discard this 8. Because yeah, if I get 4-pin, I would have enough groups now to possibly make Tanyao. It's just I would have to discard maybe too much to be okay with. I will discard this. I just think it's a little bit safer. You don't want that. You don't want it. That's right. Keep walking, buddy. I'm gonna take that. I think I can make Tanyao work at this point. I kept going back on. I kept going back and forth on it, but I think I can make it work now. It means that if I draw a 1-pin, I'm fucked, but I just need to not draw the 1-pin. Skill issue. And now I could also just not worry about that and just drop the 2. It's just a matter of will the 2 pass. I trust it a little bit more than the 2 so. Slightly. Slightly. Don't deal in. I was hoping that by saying don't deal in that they would have just listened to me and chosen not to. That they would have just been, you know, nice and kind and taken pity on me. But alas, I'll just have to steal their blood. Their delicious Mahjong blood. I'm trying to think of how I can get much value out of this hand. I think it's just going to be a small 2-hon hand. East only and Adora. Eh. Like, it'll be something. If I get the chance to call for... that's nice. That means I'm much more likely to be able to call Ricci, especially with this nice 3-sided weight. Okay. I'll take that. I could consider, instead of going for the double pair weight, I don't know. If I get the 2, 5, or 8 mon, would I go for the double pair weight and possibly get the East? Or would I go for the more likely 5 and 8? Well, 3 8s are out. I think that actually answers the question. So 7's pretty likely to go. Don't you do it. Thank you. Fair enough. If you have any questions, let me know. Because what you're basically trying to do is get 4 groups of 3 and a pair. So like the groups of 3 can be triplets or sequences. So like this 3, 4, 5 here is a sequence. You need 4 of those and then a pair. Like these Easts might end up as a pair. And then you'll also need some sort of special condition as well. Like for me, because it's the East round, those Easts are a special condition for me. And there we go, let's go! Are we gonna see some bloodshed in this chat? I kind of hope so. That kind of sounds sick, actually. Let's see. This hand's not fantastic. If I end up picking up a 7 though, I mean it's a fast hand. It's just a matter of like I don't know that I can get much value outside of like Ricci only. I mean Ricci Dora, but Ricci only Yaku. If I can manage to pick up a 7 though here, I'd be pretty happy with that. Make it Pinfu as well. And now it could be all simples. I could definitely go for that. Yeah, if I don't pick up a 7, so these 9s are going to be next on the chopping block. The question is, would I be willing to open this hand for all simples, or would I want to try to get Ricci? And I think because I'm in the lead, I would rather just I would rather just call. Just go for the cheap, quick hand. That is going to be a nice safe tile for me. But the 9 is also looking pretty safe as well, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. I'm mostly worried about the 9 from the Shimo-cha. It's just a matter of, again, if I pick up a 7, so that could also be really nice. Getting Pinfu, being able to call Riichi as well, not having to worry about opening up my hand. Those would be great, but chances are that's not going to happen, that these 9s are going to go. We'll see. 21 tiles left. We're getting a little bit low in the wall. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I almost dropped one of those 9s, but we're doing this. I was going to turn off calls, but with 18 tiles left... I don't think I take that there, but... it's like, for me, once it's 15 left, that's when I'm like, okay, I have to hit Tenpai no matter what. Earlier than that, which... you know, 18 is pretty dang close, but it's not quite there. Maybe I could have called... just taking the Noyaku Tenpai, but... oh well. That's fine, I wasn't winning that hand anyway. Oh. That is not a bad lead for them. Discard that 9. Get that out of here. I have 3 pairs. This could be a 7 pairs hand. How much do I believe in the 7 pairs hand? Not much. How much do I believe in this hand finishing at all? Not much. Chitoi could happen. We'll see. Alright, that definitely makes it less likely to get Chitoi here. If I pick up a 3-pin, I'm real happy. If I pick up something next to these 4s, I'm happy. That's Dora. I definitely don't want to discard that right yet. Try to keep that value. But yeah, Yujin. So there is one tile every game that is flipped face up on part of the wall called the dead wall. That tile, the one right after it in sequence, so like if it's a 4-so, then it would be a 5-so. That would be the Dora. Here, the next one in the sequence is a south wind. So the south wind here is the Dora. If you can keep some Dora tiles in your hand, that's worth a lot of extra points. So this tile doesn't really do much for me right now, as far as like finishing my hand goes, but if I can manage to get like a pair of this, then I would be thrilled. But it's going here. Because I don't trust these 3 with it, and I don't want to discard it any later. So this is a Pinfu hand, which is not how I expected this hand to go from the start. Also, it's obvious that it's obvious that this player's waiting on that tile. Now that they've disconnected. But yeah, I was not expecting this hand to be a Pinfu hand at the start of this, so I'm real glad, because Pinfu is so much easier to work with than Chitoi. Also means I can turn off calls for right now. Okay. Well, I know the 7-0 passes. I'm just gonna drop that. Unfortunately, I don't know if necessarily about the 8-0. But they had dropped this 6-0 earlier, so like tiles around that are, well, they would likely be safe, but it doesn't matter. Oh. And again, it's another dealer win, so we get to repeat the round again. Yay! Yay! Come on, give me the 7 Mon game. You know you want to. I don't really like this group. I don't really like any of my Mon tiles, to be honest. But we'll see how they end up. If I can pick up a 7 Mon, I'd be happy, of course. That's nice. I'm doing this. I'm thinking that this is more likely to either be all simples. I can probably force that. Let's go. That's huge. Either all simples or I was thinking the possibility of maybe getting another West Wind. But now that I have that, it's more likely just to be Tanya only, all simples only. Probably waiting for a pair over here on one of these 2 tiles. I don't know if that was the play. Because if this ends up as a sequence, I'm going to want a pair anyway. It could have been a 3-4-5 and a pair of 6s, and I could have dropped something over here. I just like having this as a 3-sided group. Yeah, this hand very, very quickly went from going meh to being, like, fantastic. This triplet Adora, that's huge. And it's a nice 3-sided weight at the end of this. 1 pin, 2 pin, 4 pin. Ipatsu? I'm just that good. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. And the Adora. Let's fucking go. Still have to get a few thousand points just to overtake them, but we finally move out of East 4. This hand already looking fantastic. I love this 6-7-8 with this pair of 5s next to it. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. We're back. I can easily call tiles here, make it an all simples hand, just drop both of my 9s, or they can call that. Okay. We don't worry about how good that hand was, we worry about how good this hand is. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna look at the chance of Chitoy here with 7 pairs. And for 7 pairs, you want tiles that both you are likely to draw, and at the end, that your opponents are likely to discard. So Wests, the only player that's really going to win a West, typically, would be the West Wind player. That's a good one to keep. Red Dragon, people probably aren't going to be going for those. But also this might not be Chitoy. I don't think it is. I think now that I have more stuff around these, that it can easily, maybe not easily, but that it can be something else instead. Probably just Riichi only. Speaking of Riichi, at this point now I'm probably looking more just defending. I'll discard this in case it can be Chitoy again, in spite of me dropping that pair of 5s. I'll drop the West. I don't think this player's going for it. I'm trying to push a little bit while still being defensive about it, but at some point these Norths are likely to go, and I'm likely to just go full defense here. If I pick up a very dangerous tile. Or if I'm able to just move my hand forward anyway, like that. It would have been nice to, again, to have kept a 5 for this, though, is the problem. I don't actually know that this was the right play. Or at least I don't know that getting rid of this 5. I think the first 5 made sense. The second 5 I don't think made as much sense. There is also... Welcome back. Congrats on winning. Okay. I was gonna say that there was also a chance of me calling tiles and going for all simples there. I think that would have been silly, but that it would have made some sense, because I still would have been able to push while folding, you know, push while playing defensively. Alright, starting off with the dragons. Good for them, bad for me. Let's see if this could end up... I'm just gonna drop this 8. This 1-2 is just more efficient than a single 8, but at the same time I was thinking about the possibility... Yeah. I'm gonna lean in toward Tanyao. If I can get all simples, I'll be happy. We love Tanyao in this household. I am playing as the cat who famously loves it. I think I just discard this at this point. I might be... Let's see. Yeah, because if I pick up a 7-zo here, then I'll just be waiting for my pair. And at that point, I think I drop this 5, wait for the 2, which is Suji to it. Or... I could wait on that, which are next to tiles that I've already discarded. Giving myself a choice for which of those 2 to wait on. And yeah, give me the beginner's guide. I want to see it. Ooh, that's nice. Nice. Waiting strictly on the 7-zo. If I weren't dealer, and if my discards didn't look like this, I would probably reach you here. But I think my opponents would play too defensively to really get me that 7 easily, but it wouldn't have mattered because I just, you know, just draw it yourself, obviously. But Tanyao, Tsumo, Dora, 3 Han as dealer, that's going to be enough to put me in the lead. Again, this one's looking like all simples. Especially if I can build off this 6. Because then I can look for a 3, 4, 5 on here instead. Just drop this south. Keep these dragons for just a second, but they're next on the chopping block. This 9 should have gone first. What am I thinking? Well, no, it shouldn't have. I want to see that beginner's guide too. I've been teaching a friend Mahjong lately, so see if that could help. So let's see. If I get a 6-0, again, I'm real happy, because then I can just force all simples. I would have, you know, my 4 sequences all set up. Problem is, one of them's already out, and because it's a more central tile, my opponents all might want to keep it. Well, I was surprised that ace hasn't been dropped yet. Hi, hi. How are you, Laura? Come on, this player would have definitely wants to drop the 6 down for me, but it doesn't matter. I would have loved to have won that hand, but you know what? My biggest competition here, taking a few more points away from them, I'm happy with that too. Moves the game forward into South 3, just this round and the next one left. You know what? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty cute too. Thank you. I am tripping over my words a lot today though. So you know what? Maybe, well, maybe slightly less cute, maybe slightly more cute, depending on how you feel about it. But let's see. Here, if I can pick up a 5, so I'd be real happy. Keep that east for some safety. Surely somebody at some point is going to want to drop this white dragon. Stream's going good. So this is the second match of the day. First one, I narrowly avoided last place. So, bit rough, but you know what? I am still proud of how I played most of that. This one, I'm in the lead, 2 rounds left. It's doing great. Ooh, if I pick up a Formon myself. If I pick up a Formon myself, I might just drop these dragons. Thank you! No, my hair is, Oop, actually knocked off my headphones for a second. There we go. I love my hair. My hair is fantastic. Took a lot of time to grow out. 5, 6, 7. Do I go for Pinfu here? It could be Tonya Pinfu. I'm gonna do it. I'm dropping these dragons. Who needs them? No, I stream like once a week-ish. Try to anyway. Only really just started with that recently though. Like 2 months back? Probably not even that far. Oh, and I would have drawn the dragon immediately. But so it goes. That's the punishment for doing it this way. Well, just don't have the energy for that. Yeah, I'm glad you came too, because, like, you know, it's nice seeing you here. I could force a Tanya, but I think that's kind of dumb. I mean, the Tanya is basically forced anyway. I'm already pretty much forcing. It's just a matter of, like, if I called that, then I wouldn't have the option of getting the 1. I don't like these dangerous tiles this close to the end. You know what? I'm playing it safe. Because we're close to the end here. 5 tiles left here. No, Laura. Ooh. The fucking Yakumon? Good for them. But yeah, no, I have no idea who you are, so not doing that. But let's see. Let's just do one more of these. Yeah, if I was dealer, that would have been horrifying. I mean, it still was anyway. Yakumon's always horrifying, but hey, you know what? I'll take second against a Yakumon. I'm perfectly fine with that. You are not my friend. Do-do-do. Yeah. Sorry, Laura. Goodbye. Listen, you don't. Oh, hang on. How do I get this to close out? There we go. I don't know that Laura's a real person, y'all. All right, 7, 8, 9. That's fantastic. If I pick up a triplet of reds here, I would love that. Ah. This position's always weird for me, and I never know what the right decision here is. What the fuck do you do here? Do you discard one of these? Do you discard the dragons? I always discard the dragons, and you know what? I always fail miserably for it, so we'll see that happen here maybe. But you know, I feel like I gotta go for the Pinfu. I gotta go for the more guaranteed Yaku, you know? Hell yeah. I respect the hell out of that. Always half flesh, all the time. But see, now I'm looking at this. I'm only missing one in here if I want to go for a straight. I would need a pair somewhere in here. So that's not likely. We don't take that. We don't need it. I did already throw the way with one. I didn't even realize. And you know what? We could have had it. I'm trusting Montiles here. I don't really necessarily trust the 2 because they called Ricci on the 5. But also, it's likely to just be the pair anyway. I mean, I'll discard the dragon. Again, if I'd kept it, then I would have had that Yaku, but... So, I think again I made this probably the wrong decision, maybe? But God, it's always so tough to tell. I just trust dropping the 9 more. I don't... This feels like it could be a Suji trap to me. Just the vibe. So I don't want to discard that 2 into it if I don't have to. Even if I could have looked at like keeping the 9s as a pair instead. Okay, cool. I was worried on the 3. I was also worried on this 2. All right. I am fine with them getting that. It's a lot better than me dealing in. I got a dragon. That means I can call at least. Makes this easier to work with than this. Especially if I just draw that. Okay, now I'm back on board with this hand. If I could pick up something around this 5, I'm thrilled. Yeah, I'll discard this. This 1-so can connect to this 5 if I end up picking up a 3. It does require a very specific pickup, so it's not really high priority to keep this one, but like... Though, also, because this is the red 5, I would just want the 3-4-5 anyway. I don't want that extra value. This really is just going to be next on the chopping block for sure. Okay, so I do have 4 groups. Unfortunately, it would mean cutting this red 5. As far as the hand stands for, like, right now. Okay, that's fantastic. I can drop this. I was thinking for a second about the possibility of a half flush there, but I didn't really care for it. It just felt too inefficient against a fast hand across for me. Ooh, double con across, okay. Sure. These 2 players are going to be very scary right now. That's a lot of Dora on the table. I'm dropping this immediately before it gets any worse. Keeping it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I get the chance to call Con on the red never mind, it's already out. I'm not even thinking. I was gonna say that if I had the chance to call Con on that, I would, and just call the draw. Can't really do that, though. Dang. It is incredibly rare to see that many cons in the Jade room. Cons are rare in here. For probably obvious reasons. They're not really the most efficient generally. So to see that many, it was just like... It definitely woke me back up. So let's see. I'm thinking... Especially now that I have that. Okay, hang on. This could be pretty nice. If I pick up another tile in here, then I can easily go for Pinfu. If I pick up an 8-so as well, of course, then I'm just in Tempai with Pinfu. It really is. But see, it's putting a gun on the table, and typically you're giving that gun more to your opponents. I'm sure you already know this, though, but, like, if your hands is open, like, if you make an open con, you're less likely to get Dora, because you're not able to call Ricci on it. You're not able to get the Uradora. The gun is there. You are 100% right. It is just a gun on the table. Somewhere on the table. I agree. I'm definitely, like, more con-pilled than a lot of people around my rank. But man, it's dangerous. It's very scary at times. Alright, so let's see. Really need this 147. If I pick up this 2-5 first, I'm real happy being able to have this nice 3-sided weight. I would love... Ooh, okay. I'll absolutely reach you that, especially with my early 3 discard. They can easily think that I'm not going for a 2 or a 5. Ooh, you're gonna chase. I'm ready for you, buddy. You're gonna deal in. Oh, wrong suit of 2s. Could have been Tanya if I waited, but so it goes. That part doesn't much matter. Oh, they got it. On their single weight. Oh. Ugh. Oh well. Triplet of 5s? 3, 4, 5? Pair of 5s actually? Some groups in here. This hand is looking pretty decent actually. Could be another Tanyao. If I pick up something around this 4 especially, then I can just drop the ends of... Okay. Okay, buddy. Let's see how this goes. I'm not conning that immediately. I just want to at least wait for a second. I'm going to drop this. Normally I'm worried about dropping 9s when they drop a 7 or an 8 for their Reachy discard, but like that's if it's later on. When it's that early, they don't really have control over being able to just set that up like that. So I think that that's fine. This could be again a 3, 4, 5 and a triplet of 5s. I have my pair of 7s. I'm gonna risk this 4. Let's go. You can call Chi. It's fine. It's not wrong. It is safe, but... I don't like that one. It is useful. You are right. Oh. I honestly probably should have dropped the 1-3, but I really didn't want to discard that honor, or the Dora. Oh. That was like the big thing I was worried about, and then just got me a little bit flustered with the rest of my hand. Again, easy Tanya Dora here. This hand's not bad at all. Alright. There's a lot in this hand that I like. Ooh, okay. Speaking of things in this hand that I like. Man, it's gonna be tough figuring out what I want to discard at some point. I think I'll happily... I was gonna say I think I'll happily call tiles. That might not happen now, especially now that I have Chitoy set up. Okay. We'll go Chitoy. We'll do Tanya Chitoy. We'll do Tanya Chitoy. You know what? I'll just die. That's what. I had faith, and the faith betrayed me. Ooh, that faith betrayed me hard. Sometimes you gotta believe, though, even if it doesn't end up working out. There is a chance of Pinfu with this hand, so I like keeping the off-wind for a second as a possible pair. But really, if I pick up the Tumon, then these 4s could easily be it, and I could pick up something next to this or this. That's gonna be better than the North. I don't like these discards to my left. It feels like a very obvious flush. Not that it necessarily has to be a flush, but probably. I'm cutting this 1 here. Let's see if we can maybe make this into Tanyao. Get some extra value out of it. That's gonna help. Might not be Tanya, but that's gonna help a lot. If I could pick up another 5 or an 8 over here, that would be Pinfu. If I pick up a 4 or a 7, or a 3 or a 6. Alright. Reached Pinfu, Dora 3. It's gonna be smaller than the Mongon that was stolen from me, but hey, it's still a Mongon. I'll gladly take it. Get back in the game. I think Southwind here would be likely to drop it. East player probably just gonna, well, maybe they're gonna push. I was thinking they might not want to put. Don't you fucking dare. Okay, thank you. I was thinking they might not want to push when they're the dealer and they're very far in the lead already. They probably just want to focus on defense, but hey, if they want to push, they can play right into my hand maybe. Don't you do it, don't you do it. Thank you. Come on. 4 or 7, Mon. You know you want to do it. I believe in you, Cyril. You failed me. Oh. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. I like my... This is a hand that I would love if I were in the lead. Easy red dragon, I'd be able to just call tiles. But this far behind, it's only 2 Han. Red dragon, Dora. It is Real Reachy Gaming. You got that right. There is again the chance of a cheat toy here. I don't take it though. I definitely go, like, this still could be a toy, maybe. Probably not because I don't like going for those. But we'll see. If this ends up just being Dragon Dora, this ends up just being Dragon Dora. It's still some extra points. Okay. It's just Dragon Dora. That's fine. Small 2 Han hand. We deal with that. Alright, that's Tenpai. I don't like the Shampones. I'm just going with the single weight on the 3-pin. Can still be upgraded if I pick up a 5. I think this player's still very likely to deal in, because, like, they've only been dropping pin tiles, really, and a couple mon, but, like, could easily be a flush that they're going for. Definitely looks that way. I don't like how... Ooh. I'm doing it. I was worried because, again, this looks like a flush. They just dropped a So tile. They very easily could have been in Tenpai. They very well still could be as well. And if they are, they would probably be waiting. I mean, they would probably want the Dora at least. Maybe not necessarily be waiting on it, but they would definitely want it. This player's already dropped a 7, so it's safe from them at least, even if it's not safe across from me. I think Cyril's gonna drop my 3. I should shut my mouth. Oh, not even a flush. Makes sense, they don't need one. Alright. Alright, I can work with this hand. This hand's good. Drop this, probably drop this, and maybe go Tanyao. We'll see if I can pick up an 8-pin in here. I love all these tiles. You know, all the middle tiles in here, great to build off of. This could be a pure straight. This is a hand that can fight back. Five so and 7 so. It's more efficient to keep the 3, but I don't like it. I'm perfectly fine with waiting on the 5 here. This may end up not being the Itsu. But I'd be okay with that. Yeah, okay. Actually, unplug my headphones again for a second, but they'll probably reconnect. Yeah, there they go. Let's go. Can't call tiles with this hand. Unless I want to do something silly. How silly do I feel? Not silly enough, unfortunately. Could get a pair of 9s here. Drop this 4. I'm a little bit worried about the 9 across for me. I'm also a little bit worried on this, but I think I gotta. Okay. I think if a 7 so comes up from my left, then I might take it. Well, doesn't matter. I was thinking about taking it, dropping this for eventually the 9 pin, forcing the Itsu. Man, this game is one-sided right now. Just you wait, though. Once I'm dealer, it'll be over for you. I'll get back all my points. Let's see. Don't really know quite what to do with this hand. It's like the 4-7 probably gonna be built off of. Yeah, that's not fantastic because I already have a pair of Norths that don't do much for me. Could end up being a Chitoy? Maybe? This is gonna end up being a Chitoy. Sure. Okay. We'll do that. We'll do a little Chitoy gaming. We'll do a little Chitoy gaming. I'm fine with the Riichi here. 2 6s, 2 7s out, it's going to be a little harder for my opponents to actually use the 8. And so I think it's fine to call Riichi on it. And hey, now that that's 5, now that 5's dropped, they could definitely look at that as Suji. Oh, I just realized the 8's the door indicator though as well. I should have looked at that earlier. But there's still one left. As soon as somebody picks it up, I think it's coming out. At least from these two, but also from this player if they choose to play defensively and read a little too much into it. We'll see how it ends up working out. Damn. The good news is, 4 repeats are over. Their dealership has finally ended. The dealership. This hand sucks. Y'all, I think this hand's a little doo-doo. If I get a 5 or 6 pin, then I could look at forcing the Itsu, the pure straight. I think that's about all I can really easily do. That might change things though, hang on. I'll keep the white for safety for a second, because again, this hand's not looking great. I'd rather keep a tile to fold with. There is a small chance that this could end up with a 2-3-4 Sanshoku. If I get the right tiles around here, then I can try calling those. But I think that really, whatever I try to do with this hand, trying to actually finish it is kind of insane. I don't think that it's going to finish. Getting rid of the chance for the Itsu. It was a very, very low chance anyway that would have required me to pick up a 5 or a 6 pin. If we get down to the end, well, okay, you know what, that is helpful. I'll drop this. That makes it slightly more likely that I can actually work out the Sanshoku. Not that I actually expect to be able to. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Again, I was not expecting to win that one. I was thinking that more likely it would have either been like Ricci only or maybe nothing and just like trying to get the hand to Tenpai by the end. Which isn't fantastic. You want more than that with your hands. This hand, however, if I pick up a 2-pin, I'd be in a pretty decent spot. If I pick up a 4-pin, I'd be in a real decent spot. Because then that would be Tanyao. I gotta get some points here because otherwise I'm just a good target for everyone. 3,200 points. If anyone wins off me, the game's pretty much over. I gotta beef up my points a little bit if I want to actually survive this. I'm gonna drop this. Now I'd hope for either a 4-pin or a 4-mon. It doesn't actually... Doesn't really matter which of those I would have went for, really. Well, I say that. This one is better, which is why I discarded the ones that I did. Just because this 5-6 already has a 7 attached to it as well. I think I'd rather keep Tanyao and maybe Pinfu as opposed to making Pinfu more likely, but also making Tanyao less likely. Oh, I don't like that triplet Dora over there. Come on, game. It'd be real funny if you gave me the 4-mon right now. That is not the 4-mon. I mean, I could have called that. Been in Tenpai. There we go. Alright. Reach, Pinfu, Tanyao. 3 Han. This is enough to put me back up on the board. As long as I don't deal in like that. It's small. But never mind, because my Ricci, I don't survive. Never mind. Ow. That sucks. Minus 205? That's rough. But I think that's gonna do it for today. So, thank you for watching. That last match hurt. But so it goes. That's Mahjong. I'll probably be live again next Wednesday at 3. So I'll probably see y'all then. Thanks for hanging out.